So this week I've been hearing people talk about their Rubik's cubes, and here's the one that was on my bookshelf last week. And I didn't really think that it would turn into a thing. I mean, seriously, this thing sits unsolved because I can't solve a Rubik's cube at all. Though in my defense, I got this face done in like the first, row or whatever, which I hear is the first step, but I never bothered to figure it out. So this week's theme is a day in the life, and my life is pretty boring. It's just your basic high school student life. First I get up from this footage here. This is kind of my bed. I sleep under a collage of college spam that I put up recently. I eat breakfast, I get dressed, I drive to school, my pitiful excuse for a car. My classes right now are Spanish and world history and the calculus class. The best of those by far being calculus, and then I'm in both choir and band, so that takes up the rest of my day. Then I drive home, and I have a snack, and I come up here to my room, and I just do whatever for a while, which sometimes involves guitar, or a book, or my netbook, or whatever. Usually involves the internet. Taylor this week asked us what our favorite book was, beside the obvious Harry Potter and John Green, and that's kind of an interesting question because I don't really believe in choosing favorites. It's not like a moral thing, but it's like I really can't. A lot of stuff I've been reading recently, or like last year or whatever, like I've read most of the Sherlock Holmes stories. This is just a small collection of them from Barnes & Noble. Most of them are public domain, and you can find them on Project Gutenberg. I'll put a link in the description down there. Another one I read last year, two of them actually, but I liked Huckleberry Finn. I read Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn last year. They ended up being two of my favorites, and Huckleberry Finn especially. It's a great book. You may have heard recently about the republication of this book and its censorship of some of the language used. I'm not a big fan of censorship in any form, and especially in this case. I don't even think it's needed, though. I think the reasoning behind it is so they can present it in schools better without these words, and I don't know. I've never had a problem with reading these particular words. Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn are also public domain if you want to look in Gutenberg. It's pretty cool. I guess that's my question for the last two people this week, for Anna and Corey. What is your stance on censorship? Are you, do you think it's necessary? Do you think this case is necessary? Anything like that. So I guess that's it for this week. Have a good rest of the week, and I will see Anna tomorrow.